Ariel, my joyful spirit, said Prospero, bring Ferdinand here at once, for my daughter must see him. Remember, master, I have served you joyfully all these years, and you promised me that you would set me free one day. Obey my commands now, Prospero said to him, and in 2 days I shall set you free. Ariel, assuming a form invincible to Ferdinand, enchanted the prince with a beautiful song, leading him carefully into the presence of Prospero and Miranda. And all happened exactly as Prospero had planned. Miranda, who had never ever seen any human being except her father, looked at the handsome young prince and was thrilled. I might call him a thing divine, she exclaimed, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble. Ferdinand too was astonished to see such a beautiful young girl in a desolate place like the island. Most sure she is the goddess of the island, he thought to himself. As they gazed at each other in wonder, admiration and love, Prospero was secretly pleased, but outwardly he pretended to be angry. He accused the prince of spying on the island to capture it for himself. Follow me, he said to the prince. I shall tie you up, neck and feet together. The brave prince drew his sword to defend himself, but Prospero waved his magic stick, and the prince was forced to stand like a statue, as still as stone. Miranda begged her father to be kind to the sweet prince, but Prospero took the prince to a cave where he was made to work carrying heavy logs. This was only as a trial of his love, as he watched them from afar. He saw the young people talking to each other, getting to know each other, and very soon falling in love with each other. I shall be king of Naples one day, Ferdinand said to Miranda, and you shall be my queen, I promise you. At this, Prospero smiled and appearing before them, said to Ferdinand, all your troubles were merely trials of your love, and you have nobly stood their test. Now I give you my daughter as a priceless gift. In the meanwhile, in another part of the island, the evil and treacherous Antonio was once again plotting a murder. This time he planned to kill King Alonso so that his brother Sebastian could become the king. The two wicked men were about to kill the sleeping king when Ariel woke him up, saving his life in the nick of time. Many more tricks did Ariel play on Prospero's enemy. He caused them to wander about. He filled their ears with strange and frightful noises. When they were faint with hunger, he set a huge banquet before them, only to take it away when they touched the food. When the men were nearly out of their senses with fear and hunger, Ariel reminded them of their treachery and wickedness in the past. King Alonso and the loyal Lord Gonzalo were filled with grief for all the injustice that had been done to Prospero. In this repentant mood, Ariel brought them before Prospero. At first they could hardly recognize the former Duke of Milan, for he was clothed in his magic robe. But Prospero revealed himself to them in his own form. He thanked Gonzalo for his kindness and reproached the king and Antonio for their treachery. The king and the other countries were ashamed. They begged Prospero's forgiveness. I have been duly punished for my sins, cried King Alonso, for I have lost my son and my kingdom is without an heir. Prospero drew back a curtain from the entrance of his cave. Inside they saw Ferdinand and Miranda happily playing a game of chess. How happy Alonso was to see his lost son. How thrilled he was to hear that Ferdinand was to marry the Duke of Milan's beautiful daughter. So it all ended happily. Prospero assured them assured them that their ship was safely anchored and each and every sailor was safe on board. On the following day, they all set sail for Naples, where Ferdinand and Miranda were to be married. Waving them goodbye, Ariel promised them calm seas and favorable winds. Prospero had set him free to wander where he would, as free as the air. Thus, after many years of hardship, Prospero was back in Milan, where his people welcomed him with great love and joy. He decided to break his magic stick and give up the practice of magic. He was happy and pleased to be back in Milan, but he was happy above all to forgive his old enemies who had wronged him cruelly, even though they had been at his mercy. He did not take revenge on them, but very nobly forgave them. I think the moral of the story is the value of freedom and forgiveness. Now I'm going to read this poem named Silver. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shoon. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. One by one the casements catch her beams beneath the silvery thatched. Couched in his kennel like a log, with paws of silver sleeps like the dog. From their shadowy coat the white breasts peep of doves in silver feathered sleep. A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and silver eye, and moveless fish in the water gleam by silver reeds in a silver stream. Written by Walter de la Mare. I think the message behind this poem is that the way the moon creates this sense of enchantment, and moon's light can enhance and beautify ordinary things.